Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for being late. First time back at my home setup, so it took me a bit of time. Sorry. What's good, guys? How's everyone doing? How is everyone feeling? It's good to be back. It's good that Bitcoin is back. It's good that we're dumping again, right? How are you guys feeling? How's the week treated you? It was a bit of an odd week in Bitcoin, wasn't it, eh? Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, 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 everyone. So, week has beat me. How come, Alex? What happened, buddy? What happened? I hope your nephew's birthday was awesome. It was great. It was his first birthday. The little man is doing amazing. He's starting to walk. Yeah. And besides Jane Street, we have some other major market makers keen to learn more. Kronos Research, Binance Institutional, Time Research. We used to have Alameda Research as well, and they are Dragonfly. So I think Dragonfly, Time Research, Kronos Research are probably the three biggest. For now, definitely. So yeah, let's dive into the charts. As you can see, this is what I drew out yesterday. So I expected this pattern back, stop on here, back up, and until now we're following it to the T. So what's happening with Bitcoin currently? As you can see, we had some news today. We had non-farm payroll coming in, and actually greater than forecast is good for currency, and the rest is not that bullish for currency, neither for the rest of it. So I think DXY might have a bit of a rally. Curious to see what the rest is gonna do. Oil, of course, it's doing its own thing. No one ever knows what oil really is up to. But let's see how the stock markets are gonna open. If we're gonna have another red day at the stock market, I think Bitcoin might very, very well be going lower. At least type it correctly. Thank you very much. So yeah, the NASDAQ is still rallying. Bitcoin is trending lower slightly. Bitcoin does a good job at holding right now. Holding the 81K. So let's see what's gonna bring. Liquidation wise. So first, we're on the statistics. 1 minute bearish, 5 minutes on the fence, 15 minutes on the fence, 30 minutes on the fence, hourly, 2 hourly, 4 hourly, and the daily are on the fence. On the 5 minutes, we're finally breaking below both of the EMAs again, which is not looking great for longs. If on the 4 hourly we actually manage to retest the 78.1K region, that's now my main region of interest, we're gonna be in for a very, very, very interesting scenario. For the people wondering, the chart on the right of the screen is what we created ourselves. It's called FlowX. It's our new free charting tool. I just sent the link in the description, but it's using my account Chento Trades. And let's see what's gonna happen. It's very, very interesting to see that we're finally getting some pressure down again. And let me hide this so it's not disturbing the screen. Finally getting some more pressure again. My positions are doing well. My short is up 120K right now. The long can use a bit of work, but that's all good. All good. So today we're back on Bluefin. If we're taking any new trades, I'm still holding my short, as you could see, and this is the current pattern that we're looking at. And if you guys want to do something actually really cool, now on MetaMask, it's only a mobile app, so I can't show it on web. The link is also in the description. You can also do prediction markets now. So I've been fiddling around with it. You can trade oil, you can trade prediction markets, you can actually trade whatever you want. So you go to explore prediction markets, and you can even bet on the FIFA World Cup winner, all with crypto. So they're becoming a prediction market with non-custodial, as we're used to from MetaMask. I think that's a very, very, very cool feature. Delete the truth, Ran. What do you mean, man? Liked. That's always good. Like the stream, guys. So what have you guys been trading? What are you seeing? What are you guys thinking of the current chart? As you can see, this is the pattern I drew out yesterday. We had the bounce. We had the retest of the, in my opinion, range high. And I think we're primed to revisiting, in my opinion, the 77.4K. So let's see if we're actually going to get it. And my apologies if there are quite a lot of commercials happening. It's, yeah, I didn't set it up. Looks bearish, still long. Why are you long? But what would be your main reasoning for having the long? Because currently it looks like everything is definitely pointing downwards. 𝗕𝗃𝗏𝗏 says, yeah, but bro, I'm not gonna base any of my analysis, neither whatever, to listen to 𝗕𝗃𝗏𝗏. Like, if there's one of the people that I genuinely refuse to listen to, it might be 𝗕𝗃𝗏𝗏. 𝗕𝗏 legend, hello guys, how are you today? Short on big time frame, I understand that. Chento, the GOAT is back. Thank you very much, Jeroen Games, for the kind compliment. So yeah, I guess we just have to wait. Wait for New York Open in 20 minutes. Non-farm payrolls is looking like it's gonna bring it down. If we want to get into another trade, it would be at this low time frame hold level. A retest of here, and then the short would look like this. I would keep the stops tight, and this would be a short that I would be willing to take. Why? Because this is the medium time frame local high right now. We had a rejection here, we rejected it here, we rejected it again, we tried again, and we rejected it. So this would be the ideal level to get into a position if you guys are not positioned right now. Now you can see it on both screens. That's my 2 cents. For now, I'm keeping an eye on FlowX. Let me refresh to see what the money flow is actually doing. And as you can see, retail is the only one that's buying. On the bottom right, we have something that's called the money flow. And money flow shows you how large positions, whales, medium-sized position, and retail is positioning themselves in terms of money flow on the hourly, the 4-hour, and the 24-hour. The 24-hour, every volume is pushing down. 4-hour, retail is buying, and on the hourly, retail is buying as well. Are we preparing the next strap down? This would be an entry price of 80,427. TP would be 77,480. And again, guys, non-farm payrolls are not looking great. So BTC might be due for another correction down. Liquidations in the last 24 hours, mostly longs liquidated, not that much pressure to shorts. So let's see, it's going to be a very, very, very interesting New York opening. As long as we keep this pressure down, I think we're definitely going to revisit the 79.2K region. And from there, it's going to be very, very, very interesting. Let's get the indicators back on. For people that don't know me, I'm the owner of 𝗕𝗏𝗏𝗙. It's one of the longest operating free trading communities. The link is up top. We build tools, we build software, we build indicators. Everything is absolutely for free as long as you use our ref link. And now we recently also launched something called Inner Circle, which means if you're trading with more than 50K port, you can be added into a private WhatsApp group that is 50K or 5 million trading volume a month, where you have our protection, can trade with us, get closer contact and closer information. If you guys want to know more, always feel free to DM. As of now, Bitcoin's doing the dirty. It's dumping. Dang, look like mods hit in my chat. I can read your chat, buddy. But if mods hit it, you might have been naughty, haven't you? So my current short on Bitcoin is up 150K, so that's pretty decent. What is Bio Protocol? I've never heard of Bio Protocol, my friend. It's beautiful when it goes down. I'm not gonna lie. I got a lot of shit the last days for holding my short, and everyone knew better than me, and everyone was smarter. And I was probably one of the most hated viral people in the crypto space. And now it's just, yeah, it's magnificent. It's magnificent. 1 hour rejection, yeah, close to the EMA on the hourly, where we're coming down nicely now, and now we're back in the mid-range. If we're breaking this mid-range, I don't see this holding us for a second time. Also, as by the pattern I drew, and I think we're going into this liquidity, I think 78.6 would be a very, very nice region to visit. And it's getting more and more plausible. Getting more and more plausible. Take some profit out? Nah, I'm fine. Close my long just before the dump. Good job, buddy. That's why I close my hedge as well. So 350 people already in here. How is everyone doing? What are we trading? What are you guys seeing? And I know I'm just a Bitcoin trader. I only trade Bitcoin. Why? Because Bitcoin is more than volatile enough for me. I can make more than enough money in Bitcoin. Ooh, it's creeping back up in the first 1.5 minutes of the new candle. How many liquidations did we get? Not that much, not that much. The fact that we've broken back under the 80K range must be horrendous for our bulls. So everyone who is still bullish, Chento, yes, I can read it. Looking at the 4-hour-50 EMA to see if holding again or not. Yes, that's what I'm aiming at as well. So this would be a make or break level. That's why it's mid-range under the 78K, the 78.2 is a make or break. Huge level. If the bulls want to have anything going for them, they better defend this region. So This is the region to watch. Region to watch for bulls. So bulls, again, if you guys want to do anything or want to have anything going for you guys, I'd fight this level. In my opinion, it's going to be very interesting. I wonder what might happen on the weekend. Bro, we all wonder what happens on the weekend. And let's be honest, no one really knows what happens on the weekend because, yeah. Looking at Meadows, since the II era needs a lot, things could get very interesting. Yeah. It could. Listen, I think every market right now is pretty tight. There's a lot of global tensions throughout the world. Something is brewing because the APIs are lagging. I think a big move is coming, guys. How do I tell? Because sometimes the API keys of FlowX get a little bit, not even a latency, but get an overload. Like now. You see? And that mostly happens when a lot of API calls globally are made, not just to us, but in general. And that means that people are either moving money or wallets are waking up. 𝗕𝗏 I'm having Red Bull. What is in the bottom right, actually? Oh, it's a subscribe logo. I've never seen that. I don't do cocaine, man. I run an ADHD by myself. I have the feeling that this New York opening is gonna be... It's gonna be hectic. Because the last 24 hours, even though everyone's calling for higher, we haven't liquidated much shorts. Like, it's pretty tame. Right now, it feels like they're fighting for the levels. Dixie jumped off a cliff again, even though the data should be positive for it. Every stock market seems to be opening red. And oil is also red. Huh. They just can't pick a side, guys. Thanks for FlowX. If the money flow is trending down, what does it tell us, please? It tells you that people are favoring lower, right? So what I can see right now is that the whales are pressuring down. We made order flow easy, right? So on the bottom right, you can see who is bearish and who is bullish. And if it's just regular bearish or very bearish, depending on the flow and depending on the pressure. This should make everyone's life a lot easier. So you don't even have to be good with order flow. You don't even have to be great at reading it. We did it for you. Something is building, guys. I said it again. They're prepping for something. And I know we're 10 minutes out. I'm long. Okay, Maddie. Longest have bulls. Bro, longest have huge kahunas. Everyone who's currently longing in this market. And what I don't get is, it looks like activity, engagement, and more people are leaving the market. Guys, let's get one thing straight, right? If there ever is a huge opportunity in this market, it's now. The 𝗕𝗏𝗶 from the all-time high is sandwiched between the micro golden pocket Fibonacci anchor from the 96 to the 95. Hence, 𝗕𝗏𝗁𝗪 might be the next magnetic target. I read your message. I have no fucking clue what you said. Cojones. Yes, GM Rodriguez. Cojones. Huge cojones. So again, I think everyone in this market has been butchered. Has been, yeah. Has lost a lot. Has been taken out. So that's why we make everything we do for free. So if you guys want to have the free Discord, you want to get access, click the link that is pinned above. Feel free to join. There's some pressure building here. The order flow is getting more and more bearish. That's not a good thing for Bitcoin. It's genuinely not looking great. I'm trying to understand what the plan is. Because now again, there's semi-holding at the range high. We can keep the liquidation levels on. As said, if they go back into this range, it might be worth a short because the RR is great. It's almost an 8 RR trade. But right now, at the bottom of this structure, it's a peculiar place to sit, Bitcoin. Very peculiar. With NFP numbers pointing down. Much love from America, love back. How are you, buddy? Hi, Chento. What is Inner Circle? So Inner Circle is this separate group that we have. We have our free Discord and then we have the free Inner Circle. Inner Circle has a 5 million volume a month or 50k entry level, which you need to have in your portfolio. Why? Because we're building a group with like-minded people to potentially operate funds, to do different trading, education, learning too, but also the beta testing. So these guys will have earlier access, also girls, to the tools we're building, the education we're releasing, the platforms we're building, and it's like a closer community to me, with like-minded people and people who are trading larger volumes, who can also get cash back on their trading fees, different, not just cashbacks, trading bonuses, volume bonuses, real-life events. It's like a VIP group within our free group. So that is Inner Circle. Long. Listen, if we're just gonna scream out random words, I'm not feeling the long here, to be honest. I might be wrong. Can't wait for the prop firm. That's gonna be Sunday evening. Sunday evening we're gonna trade on Breakout. If you guys want to make a chance of winning one of the 5 accounts that we're giving away, make sure to use the link in the Discord as well. So currently I'm trying to demographically get all of the whole spectrum. So we have Inner Circle for whales and bigger traders. We have the free Discord. We have FlowX for everyone. We're building the indicators. And we're now trying to find the right exchanges and the right things. Like we now have Breakout as a prop firm. We have Blowfin as a non-KYC. We have Qcoin as a KYC exchange. We have 𝗕𝗏𝗿 in order to make sure that also DEX is. So yeah. Comfort operative. I can't stop reading your message. What did he say then? Can't even read. I can't even find that message of the guy, to be honest. Now I need to know, what did he say? So showing insane strength. We'll need to pay for FlowX soon? No. I'm doing everything in my power to keep everything for free. But I am paying the teams, I'm paying the software, I'm paying for everything. So you guys need to help me out in one way or another. And now it's by using my ref link. So the link is not in the description. Which one is not in the description? Blowfin should be there, MetaMask should be there. And the Discord link is also there. And anything else you will need, you can definitely find in the Discord. Bitcoin's pressuring down prior to opening with 3 minutes remaining. That's a setup, eh? A lot of bigger liquidations starting to happen around this region. It's going to be very interesting to see what they're going to do next. Yeah, oil is dumping too. It's crazy, no? Why does it say playback issue? Am I still live, guys? Are you guys still here? Or did my stream just crash? Is he not liquidated yet? Nobody, and trust me, I won't get liquidated. I think you're gonna get liquidated way before me, my friend. If you're curious to see, I'll just show you. I'm up 212k. So how has your week been with is he not liquidated yet? Joke's on you, buddy. Joke's on you. Got the short now? Nah, not really feeling any need for it, to be honest. They're pushing to the downside. I don't want to close here. And I'm not gonna close here. Only way that I would get into a position would be at a short here or at a long potentially on these regions. So if you're not in a position, these are the only considerable positions for me right now. Like legit. Oh man, New York open. Let's see. Curious to see if they're gonna go for this liquidity because it rebuilt here pretty fast. When is the new car coming? If I hit 500, if I hit the 5 million, I'm gonna buy the new 911 Turbo S. I'm gonna make a live stream off of it, then I'm just gonna go to the dealer, pay for the car, because everyone thinks it's demo, so just buy a $400k car, right? Speed was on all-time high an hour ago. Interesting first candle, everything opening positive, yep. Would be an interesting spot to pump back from, to be honest, not gonna lie. I would be surprised if they don't hunt any liquidity to the downside, especially given the fact that non-farm payroll is bad. So it's going to be interesting to see how sustainable this is. But for now, the Bitcoin pressure seems to be changing. And especially the larger orders, the minus here is getting less of a minus. So it means that the larger orders are trying to pressure up. The mid and the retail is not yet there. This is my dream car. I love it, man. My dad just texted me and he's like, okay, I hear we're going to Porsche. Yep. Hoping we dump hard today though. Through the weekend. Short at 79k, huge balls. I didn't short 79k. I short 80.4 if it gets there. And I long 78.1. So I don't know where you found the 79k short. But it might be me, right? Might be me. Okay, Bitcoin's not doing much yet. Still early, it's 3 minutes in. 𝗕𝗵𝗹𝗶𝗿 is my dream car, always having nightmares after seeing that beauty. I get the nightmares. Good morning from North Carolina. Good morning to North Carolina. What time is it there? Okay guys, just out of curiosity, since we're waiting for Bitcoin to make a move. Where are you guys from? I hate New York opening. Oh man. 𝗕𝗃𝗏𝗏. There's 4 times more longs than shorts. Four times more longs than shorts. North Africa, Slovenia, Zurich, Malta. Quite a mixed demographics in the chat. Pennsylvania, Czech Republic, Australia. Okay, Bitcoin found its legs. London, North Korea. Is it okay that I doubt that one, to be honest? If you're actually from North Korea. How is it that every stock market is going up again and oil is going down with everything that's currently happening and with the non-farm payrolls being bad, DXY still going down? Very peculiar. Listen, Bitcoin for the last weeks have absolutely not managed to make sense in any direction. The first thing I understood was why we were dumping. But that doesn't take away the fact that now it's back being completely irrational. I never care about the first 15 minutes. It's fun to cover them. Are we short or long? I'm in a short from average 80,258 average entry. So that's my current position. If we get there, I would take a short at 80.4 and I will long at 78.1. So those are the only 2 regions of interest I currently have. Right now especially, what's your liquidation level? 89k. So come at me. Where you think we hit 80,700 something today? We might. I have no clue, guys. Listen, it's a Friday. Fridays are notoriously for being weird. Normally you make your money Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Because the Monday is the interpretation after the weekend. And the Fridays, they don't call it fuckery Friday for the fun of Friday, right? Look at these candles prior to opening and then look at the first 2 candles of opening. Right, so the first 2 candles pumped 0.3% and the 2 before dumped 0.6. You tell me, guys. It's an absolute horror fest again. Why did you choose 13x leverage? Because of the liquidation and the margin and the size I wanted to build. I can downscale it now. Look at how they're forming the candles with the pressure still down. Don't get me wrong, guys. The pressure across every time frame and every volume is down. So they might do a full stop hunt up before retracing it back down. Still, stongs are showing a bit of strength. But yes, listen, the stock market has been showing strength like no other. There's like absolutely no tomorrow for S&P, NASDAQ. It's ridiculous. Everything is just at an all-time high. Look at them go. This thing is unstoppable. So what you see on the chart right now is NASDAQ since the beginning of the war. And NASDAQ since the beginning of the war, and we're talking about one of the biggest legacy stock markets in the world here, has risen 26% since March 30th. So in a casual 50-ish days, the stock markets rallied 26.8%. Listen, there's no way in the world that this is explainable to anyone. Leverage isn't relevant. Leverage is relevant if you use full port. I don't even want to check NVIDIA. See, my 2 cents is that every asset right now is priced too high for the current given economic factors. Come on, coin glass. This is why we need our own platforms. Not much liquidation happening either. It's pretty tame. Not even pretty tame, it's very tame. That's a good 5-minute candle. Now, Dixie seems to show strength. Dow Jones seems to slightly come down. NASDAQ and S&P don't really feel like entertaining bad news. That's weird, right? Look at the numbers today. So for the US, we had the average hourly earnings. Actual greater than forecast is okay. So this is not the worst, not the best. Then actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So the non-farm payroll exceeded them with more than 50%. Then we have the unemployment rate is also still pretty high. So this shows inflation is not coming down. Inflation is not coming down. These are bad numbers for the US economy. I repeat, these are bad numbers for the US economy. Only given is that the US stock market has a slightly different vision upon it. Completely irrational. It's the same as with the Iran news. You know, everything appears to be bullish. And if it's bearish, they don't give a flying fuck. But it's fine. Listen, a correction will come. Now it's the game of staying in this game long enough, stay liquid long enough, and make sure that we take profits fast and not over risk or over leverage accounts. Generational buying moments will come. Generational entries will come. Are we there yet? In my opinion, definitely not. I think Bitcoin can easily 30-40% correct still from where we are right now. Finally, a bit of pressure. As you can see, the numbers are becoming redder and redder in the bottom right as well. Let's see where this pressure takes us. If we don't reverse here and we actually keep up the pressure, I think a $200-300 move is very, very well within the cards. But then not pressuring through. They're not releasing liquidity. It's the same as they've done for the last couple days. And again, I stand by what I said. If the market doesn't go down, it will go up. So I want to see more pressure to the downside. Let's see what 𝗙𝗑𝗲𝗃 is doing. Yeah, 𝗙𝗑𝗲𝗃 is also just effing around. Oh, NASDAQ is just approaching highs again. So let's see, first 15 minutes of NASDAQ. Oh, it's only 0.5%. Pretty neat. Absolutely neat. Big volume coming in on the 5 seconds, but it gets retraced. So the absorption of longs is very, very good. Wonder what the catalyst will be for the next leg down. Bro, we have seen right now that they don't even need a catalyst. What was the catalyst for going up? This is the most manipulated market I've seen in Bitcoin. I've seen in Bitcoin for years. In 8 years of trading, this is the most manipulated I've seen it. Because it picks for itself what direction it wants to honor and which one it doesn't. No, but what I mean with that statement is, normally if the market wouldn't go down or the pressure wouldn't point it in a downwards direction, we could see consolidation as well, right? So this is not a consolidating market. As of now, the market shows way more violence. And what I mean by it, if the pressure is not sufficient to pressure it down to newer levels downwards, it will retake the upwards levels. And what I mean by that, normally we would see consolidation, right? But now what they did, same as yesterday, tried once, bounce, tried two, bounce out. This is what I mean. Normally you would go into some sort of a consolidation. But this is a 1.7% move. And don't forget that a 1.7% move, especially during a session like London, where this move occurred, is a very, very big move. You see, they immediately apply pressure into this range as well. Because again, Bitcoin is refusing to go down. They're not letting go of the liquidity yet. They're not liquidating much. The order books are getting thinner and thinner. The liquidity is getting thinner and thinner. It's becoming a market maker's playground. It's 100% a market maker's playground. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom real quick. Give me 1 minute. Hopefully nothing crazy happens in between. I must admit that this playlist is better though. Even though not everyone might be a techno fan, but neither am I. But for the music that we can actually play, I think this is way better than it was. So again, guys, the regions that we're observing right now is the 80.4K region and the 78.1K. We might get front run at 78.4, 78.5. I think this would also already be a region to take a close look at. 78.6. That would be a nice little extra profit for us, not gonna lie. Who already shorted it this big here? How can shorts liquidate here? Okay, I should have had a meeting with Ran at 4. But it's moved 15 minutes, so I can spend a little bit more time with you guys. Interesting liquidations. And then let's play some country music. Bro, I have to stick to what is on there. You think they have country? You think we'll see 81K today? Nah. No, I don't. How confident am I? I don't know, but the chances of us seeing 81K today with the current statistics and the current setup. Yo, NASDAQ. Are we good? Are you good in the head or not? NASDAQ is at 1.38% for the day again. Dow Jones and S&P are sort of following it. I must admit, guys, NASDAQ is the biggest joke I've seen. 27.14% since the beginning of the war. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. If you don't have your chart zoomed out with NASDAQ, there's a high probability you come back the next day and you don't know where it went. It's that crazy. Please tell Rand to drop that shitcoin gem in front runners finally. Rand, if you're listening, you have to drop the shitcoin gem in front runners. What the fuck is this? Kerman, you tell me, I'll tell you. Look at these 5 seconds. I think they're gonna hold the bottom of this structure yet again. Retest, fuck around for the weekend. Please tell Uncle Ran his American friends say hello. I'll tell him. Yo, what up, guys? Well, Bitcoin isn't, which is nice. Why your name is Italian name? You should ask my parents. I think my dad is still listening, so... Dixie is recovering, so the dollar is actually starting to move up according to the news. NASDAQ has a completely different opinion about life. Listen, NASDAQ is currently driven by hopium and a lot of fairy tale dust. Press the like, guys, that's always a great idea. I'm forming a little bit of a structure on the 5 seconds. But it is making lower highs. I don't think they've done anything in New York session yet, to be honest. They've just effed around for a bit. It is trailing lower. There's a lot of liquidity stacked around the 79.1K region. It would be so nice if they actually go for it and try to grab it. Zcash is the play. Absolutely not. I am Chanto's dad. No, you're not. Been dry again. Got candle at NASDAQ. Oh. NASDAQ is hilarious. NASDAQ is absolutely hilarious. They could even bomb the building and NASDAQ would probably still go up and be bullish. They could now bomb Wall Street and NASDAQ would be like, yeah, that's bullish, you know. We need a new building anyways. It's funny, not gonna lie. But the thing is, since Bitcoin is not pumping with it, Bitcoin, if NASDAQ, and that's a big if, finally shows a bit of weakness, and as or DXY shows a bit of strength. Let's go back to meetup in Pakistan. I think I'll send a representative of mine then. But I had some people inviting me to Pakistan to come and trade with them, and I'm like, yeah. Bitcoin back to highs now, be careful. I'll manage, buddy. I'll thank you for your advice. So, update on the Blowfin trading competition. Blowfin beat the bear challenge. So currently already we're over 622 million. We're getting close to the 60k prize pool, which is going to be epic. In the first place, us with approximately 4.5 to 5 times the number 2's volume, and still 3x everyone combined. Very nice. And in terms of P&L, we're in the 3rd place now, but we have the biggest team, we have the most volume, and still our team did an 80% average profit in the current market conditions. With the biggest team, and especially if you look at the number 2, this is almost 5x the volume. With 5x the volume, still doing 80% profit is, yeah, crazy. You're a representative or Sunday's representative? Probably. So if anyone wants to trade with us and still make a chance on the rewards, which will double pretty soon. So I think we'll stand a chance to win 20 to 25k of USDT. Make sure to sign up with Blowfin. You can still join our team, and it will also give you free VIP in the Discord, and the link in the Discord is pinned. And again, guys, I make my money trading, so everything I do is for free, and feel absolutely free to join us in our journey of creating the best free platforms there is for trading. And there are some very, very cool updates coming up. Shoot us in the chat. He's one of the guys working on it. We're building the charting. We're building 500 different coins. We're building scanners. I'm super excited about everything that we're making and everything that is gonna come out shortly. Listen, I don't think the market and the rest is ready for what we're building and what we're making. And again, that all for free. Yeah, it's up for everyone themselves what they want to do, right? What's NASDAQ doing? Nasty's going down. Dollar is going up. Bitcoin's holding. Oh man, if we see a retrace on NASDAQ and on the stock market, and that oil will actually grow a pair and go up, we could send it back to the dog ages. It's just too tame. For everything that's happening right now, it's too tame, and I'm not trusting it. NASDAQ is finally coming down a bit. Can we retrace to $100 NASDAQ so it can fool TP? Man. When long, I have a long region set up as of now for 78.1k region, and we'll start observing around the 78.5k region. Liquidity is getting stacked to the downside again. I'm telling you guys, even though it looks differently, the majority of people is long. Don't mistake this move. A lot of people think that shorts are still outweighing the longs, but they're not. What color is the 911? I think I'm going to go for a black one. Straight is open? Nah. Waiting for the orange man to text. Listen, he might be the most dangerous person in the world right now just by holding a smartphone. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah, retail really took another beating. Can also see it in the 24-hour liquidations. Well, that's a candle. You cannot make this up, can you? You see, and this is the exact example of if it doesn't want to go down, it's going up. I swear, I can't zoom. Like I said, you have to stay on, otherwise you're gonna lose it. It's gonna leave your window. So NASDAQ now moves without the currency pairs. So it's now NASDAQ up, dollar up. Listen, I say this almost every stream. For the people that have not seen the movie The Great Short, go and watch it. 2007-2008 crisis had absolutely nothing on what the financial markets are going to do if this thing finally comes down. I did this research this week. If you take inflation into the correlation and also the rising housing prices, still NASDAQ would have 13x your money since 2008. That is minus inflation, minus housing prices. Long all the way to 85. You must be joking. Yeah, listen, NASDAQ is on bullshit. Look at this. I don't know how else you would call this. One of the biggest stock markets in the world moving like it's a meme coin. And again, Bitcoin, as I said, if it's not coming down, it is going up. And it's proving that right now. There's no consolidation markets here anymore. It's just trying to pressure fails, shift out to the other side. Who the fuck top lossing and Kyoto? You remind me of Michael Burry. Why? Because I have a glass eye or what? First rule is there are no rules. Yes. Rand does that to shouting all the time. What does he do then? Oh, NASDAQ is just wild. Absolutely wild. Why do I have to call Ran? He's in Miami. They're gonna top blast this. They're gonna go up. Okay, very interesting. Guys, I gotta go in 2 minutes. Look at that strength, right? With the order flow still down, the volume still pressuring down. Bitcoin again chose not to give a flying fuck. But so did NASDAQ, right? So it's quite logical if... Actually, to be honest, I've never seen a traditional market move like this. Look at it. It's almost a straight line. It's just straight lining. If you look at the daily on NASDAQ, it's redonk. Look at this. It's crazy. GG's. Where does it stop? Probably never. Okay, Bitcoin did a bit of a trick in the last 5 seconds of that previous candle. But yeah. Guys, I gotta go. Hit the like button on the way out. Again, 80.4 level to watch. 78.3 level to watch. Those are the only interesting levels to open new positions as of now. While I remain in my short, that will look like this. Make sure to follow us on our journey, and I'll catch you all soon. Thanks for watching.